Sorry about the baby. Oh, Sam.
I don't think she's accepted it yet.
Really great to see you, but I'm parked in a loading zone.
I think you and I need to have a little chat.
Thank you so much for everything you did last night. You're a really good Samaritan. I got a new mother and a baby in a town car, probably blocking an ambulance. I really gotta run.
I'd rethink that if I were you, Mr. Manning.
She must be devastated.
Yeah, she had a dream her son was still alive. Woke up, had to face losing him all over again.
You're John McBain's friend?
Oh, yeah, Taya Delgado. And you're Sam...
Yeah.
Sam Morgan.
You had your baby.
I sure did. And from the look of things, so did you. We've never...
Together after the birth. She was so happy. What happened? What happened after you left the motel? Where'd you find them?
She must have been a little more out of it than you noticed because she followed a light into the woods and ended up in some type of shed. And she said she was dizzy, didn't want to drop the baby, so she put the baby in the planter box out on the porch. Now, I didn't see him at first. You know, I came in, I saw Sam passed out on the floor. And when she started to regain consciousness, she kept asking me about the baby, told me where she put him. I knew he was gone before I picked him up. He was too still. But she kept insisting that she wanted to hold the baby. I put him in her arms. She uncovered his face, told me he wasn't hers.
I guess she just didn't want to believe it.
She kept saying that someone had taken her baby and left the other little boy.
That's a rationalization, right? If it isn't hers, then her son must be alive.
So how's your baby doing?
He didn't make it.
Oh, my God. I'm so sorry. Can't even imagine. I don't know what to say. Life is unfair. Because it is. This little guy lost his father before he ever got a chance to meet him.
It's a boy. Mine was a boy. And I said, it was. It's weird. I can't really understand what happened because I feel like it's one minute I have him in my arms and the next minute he's gone.
Does Sam still believe her son's alive? Does someone switched him for another baby?
Last night, she was pretty insistent. She wanted me to search, and I had to explain that we were in the middle of nowhere, and I found her son exactly where she left him. She finally stopped fighting it.
How is he doing?
Oh, he's doing well. Oh, he's, I have a feeling he likes to be the center of attention. He could be a little fussy sometimes, like right now. Well, he's a drama king, just like his dad. Oh, it's okay, little guy. And apparently he has his uncle's sense of timing. Oh, it's okay. It's all right.
Oh my God. Maybe I could try.
I keep thinking I should have tried harder to get her to the hospital.
You did.
Well, she was still in labor. I should have got her in the car. Instead, tried to deliver it there in the motel room.
She should have never been at the motel. She should have been home with me. If she had had the baby in the hospital, he might still be alive.
Oh, I'm so sorry. You barely even know me.
No, listen, having had children already, to reject any kind of help, I'd be a fool. Sam? Oh, honey, should you be out of bed? Afraid we kept my daughter waiting. Congratulations, Miss Delgado. Thank you. Bye, Sam. You need to get some rest.
Yeah, why? Mom, what else can happen?
I'm so sorry, Sam.
Why did my son die?
We were able to determine the cause of death. Only, there's something that doesn't add up.
Everything you did for Sam and the baby. But I'll take it from here.
Jason Morgan, you need to come with us.
Is there a problem?
Nope. The new commissioner told us to pick him up. Let's go.
What doesn't add up? What happened to my baby?
All right, enough sightseeing. Let's get you out of here.
Oh, I'm waiting for the nurse.
Nurse gave me the pamphlets.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, if this baby has a genetic condition, I'm gonna have to keep my eye on it.
Sam, if you recall, given the family history, there was something we were worried about.
Yeah, beta thalassemia, I remember.
Beta thalassemia. I can't even pronounce it. Do you know what it is?
It's all Greek to me. You ready to go?
You know, if Victor had it, then you would have had to have it too, because you are identical twins.
Maybe it's recessive. Maybe it just skipped a generation.
Well, you know, I sure as heck didn't give it to him, so it had to have come from his father's side of the family.
Beta thalassemia is sometimes called Mediterranean anemia. It's more common in people of Greek and Italian ancestry.
Like with the Cassanites.
I don't think it's something you need to worry about. The doctor said it's nothing to worry about.
Okay, so is that why my son died? Because it inherited some sort of a disease from my side of the family?
No. In fact, there was no sign of it.
Yeah, the condition is manageable, but I have to keep on top of it.
And I'm sure you will, Mama Bear.
So if beta thalassemia wasn't a factor, what killed my son?
You want to hear the good news? It's a lot less serious than the condition I might have passed on to him.
Respiratory failure.
He couldn't breathe?
Hemophilia is a potentially life-threatening disease passed on from mother to son. My OBGYN in Lambview said I'm a carrier.
There was an additional complication, one that didn't show up in any of the screens. Your son had hemophilia.
Relax, we dodged a bullet. The worst that can happen to this little guy is a little anemia from the beta thalassemia. That I can manage.
Okay, I don't understand. Is that why my son couldn't breathe? Because of hemophilia?
No, the child died of respiratory failure. But if he had survived, he had a potentially serious blood disorder. Is there a history of hemophilia in the family?
Not that I know of.
Why didn't we catch this sooner?
It's a good question. I went back through all the tests, and there were no markers, and usually the mother is a carrier.
I got lucky for once, Todd.
I'm happy
We
for
won
you.
the genetic lottery.
Terrific. Can we go?
What is the rush?
So then it's still possible
What is?
that there was a mistake.
I know why you're trying to rush us out of here. I know what you've done, Todd. What do you mean? What kind of mistake?
I was right. That wasn't my baby. My son is still alive.
You know what I've done.
Yeah. The car, the plane, the bums rush out of here.
Just trying to get you back to Lambview, that's all.
Uh-huh.
Don't you miss our daughter? Don't you miss your brother with the funny name?
Yes, I do, but why do you want me out of Port Charles so
I just
badly?
know that Lambview's where you belong. That's your home.
Admit it. You... you want me off your hands before something else horrible happens.
Yeah, guilty. Guilty as charged.
Todd, if it weren't for you, I wouldn't be holding my son in my arms right now. Ooh, look, Victor. Your uncle does not like it when I praise him.
No, you being nice to me is making me uncomfortable. Let's go.
I'm sorry, Sam. I didn't mean to get your hopes up. You know, when you're dealing with infants in utero, it's tricky. You take histories, you check samples, but until the baby arrives and can be tested safely, it's always possible we've missed something.
Okay, so it's possible my child had hemophilia and we just didn't know it?
I'm afraid that's what happened.
But it's not what killed him.
No.
He just stopped breathing.
Oh, look who's here. The woman From the woods. Victor, little guy, this woman is the reason that you're still here.
Thank you so much again for everything you did.
Oh, I had lots of help. Didn't I, Mr. Manning?
We lucked out.
Could so easily have gone the other way.
Oh, it's still good. We're all hanging by a thread, seeing if Mr. Manning can keep his mouth shut.
Jason Morgan.
You had me picked up?
I did.
I have nothing to say without my attorney.
You don't have to say anything. You just have to listen. I've just been appointed police commissioner of Port Charles. So that's going to make things very awkward for both of us.
If I would have delivered here, or at least brought my son in right away, would it have made a difference?
There's really no way that she could know that.
I am a patient. She is my doctor. I deserve an answer.
Of course you do, Sam. But Alexis is right. It's very difficult to second guess. The baby experienced acute respiratory distress. If he had been admitted, we would have put him on a ventilator and done everything we could to save him. But there are no guarantees.
No, but he would have had a chance.
Yes.
I need to be alone.
Of course. If you have any more questions, you have me paged, okay?
Thank you.
There really is no way that they could know.
Please don't. Go ahead.
I'm not going anywhere.
I'm sorry, I don't want to interrupt. I want to see how you were doing.
Lieutenant, this probably isn't the best time.
Actually, Mom, it's okay for you to leave. I mean, I know you have a client, and I would like to talk to John.
As you know, Robin and I were separated for a long time. Too long. And when we were finally reunited, she told me a lot about her life, obviously. She talked about Stone. She talked about you. And she talked about how you supported her after Stone died. And that you gave her the courage to go on those HIV meds. She really loved you, Jason. And she was very grateful for everything you did for her. And so am I.
She died saving my life.
It was an accident. I really don't think that she would want you to blame herself. As obviously she doesn't want us to both be on opposite sides. But we are. Which means that I cannot look the other way when a police officer is assaulted, even someone who happens to be outside of his jurisdiction. I know what you did to McLean last night.
Not much of a flower guy, so no guarantees.
Thank you.
Couldn't get you anything.
You can answer a question. After you helped me deliver my son, you went to get the car. And you were supposed to take us to the hospital. Why didn't you come back for us?
That sounds ominous. Todd's not known for his discretion.
Well, that's a pity. We could have settled this like adults, but you ran off like a schoolboy. So foolish. And so rude.
Okay, what's going on?
I can explain.
It's about last night and the baby.
After everything that you'd been through, I knew that you couldn't deal
It's a
with
terrible
another disappointment.
responsibility to break a heart.
I did everything that I could.
The baby wasn't responding. And fortunately, he ran into me. I have a lot of experience with infants.
And I'm so grateful for that.
Well, that's just the point. You see, I'm a very private person, Miss Delgado. And I don't like people knowing my business, good
or bad, I'm concerned that Mr. Manning publishes a newspaper.
Oh. Todd, did you threaten to put this poor woman's picture on the front page?
Something like that.
Well, that's not going to happen, right? We're going to respect her privacy.
I was just trying to say thank you.
So, we understand each other?
Never happened.
From the night I met you in the church, you have been there pretty much every time I needed you. You've done almost everything I've asked. So I'm just not sure why you did not come back for me and my baby.
I ran into some trouble.
There's nothing to tie you to the assault. You weren't even there. And John obviously isn't going to file a complaint. But I know you were responsible. And I know it's not going to happen again.
What kind of trouble? I mean, car trouble?
Hope you're hungry.
Oh, actually, I can't even think about food right now.
You need to eat, Mrs. Morgan. You've been through a traumatic experience, and your body needs a little care. You could use some care yourself, Lieutenant.
Obviously, there is tension between you and John because he has become somewhat close to your wife, and you have a problem with that, clearly. But if you had chosen to confront him yourself, we wouldn't be having this conversation. Whatever ensued would be between you and John. You would deal with it. But no, you chose to use Sonny's organization to send a message to him. Now, I have a message for you.
I'm gonna leave this here.
I want to give you a chance to rest, okay? I'll see you later.
Thank you. You need to eat, Mrs. Morgan.
Wait, what did you mean when you said Lieutenant McBain had to take care of himself?
If you commit a crime, I will investigate. And I will build a case. And I will do everything in my power to prosecute you.
I understand.
Very good. I want you to tell Sam that my thoughts are with her. All right?
The lieutenant was here to get his ribs taped.
How did he get hurt?
He didn't want to say, but it was obvious that someone had given him a bad beating.
It's beautiful in Pennsylvania. That baby's gonna have such a wonderful life with such good, kind, wise parents. Yeah, let's get out of here.
She certainly is.
You think you're so superior. Newsflash, I see how it all works. And I'm working it. None of you will ever know what hit you.
You dropped something.
I was hoping you'd come back.
How you feeling?
I need to ask you a question.
Can I tell you something first?
Thank you. It's not often you meet such a chivalrous man.
Yeah.
This is almost too easy. I'm getting away with it.
I came back to the motel last night to talk to you. I wanted to tell you that you were right.
What do you mean?
I get away with everything. It's amazing. I even get to keep all my secrets.
You said I could love the baby because because he was a part of you. And you were right. Didn't matter that he wasn't mine biologically. I was gonna promise to love your son and be his father. That's what I wanted to tell you.
Such a beautiful, innocent baby boy. You'll have a much better life in Pennsylvania than you would here. What with these parents? Mother, Samantha Morgan. Father, Jason